Hello, welcome back. I'm Michael Tillinger. Thank you for watching. And today we continue talking about Torus stones, these incredible, strange shaped, donut shaped stones that are turning out to be one of the most mind-blowing finds and discoveries in ancient civilizations and archaeology because of the simple fact that these donut shaped stones are not just some weird ornamental stone or a wait for a digging stick, as our archaeologists keep claiming, but because they are very advanced ancient technology, simple, basic technology and energy generating devices. Every donut-shaped stone instantly and inherently generates energy. And this is a mind-blowing thing. I'm going to go into a lot more detail about it and how that works, the toroidal nature of things, and how everything in this reality of ours, whether it's seen or unseen, manifests in physical shape in a toroidal field. These beautiful donut shapes, flow of energies, spiraling vortices, flow of energy that go through the center of the donut out the other side. So I will go through a lot of different discoveries and realizations and aha moments that I've had since 2008, since I first arrived in this town of Watervalboven. Started to research the stone circles, the ancient ruins, Adam's calendar, the rock art, and so forth, only to realize that the Torus stones are one of the key discoveries that everyone has missed. So in this episode, I'd like to talk about the first time that we started to realize that something was really weird and strange with these Torus stones. But before I get there, I want to first thank you for watching and ask something I never ask. I always forget. If you like this channel, if you like what I do, please subscribe. And if you really like what I do, join as a member and pay that small fee so you get more insider information in the sort of first releases that go to members first. And that way you help supporting my channel and allow me to do more research. I've only recently launched this video, this membership channel on YouTube, so it's starting to grow very nicely. If you like to be on the inside track, join as a member and get the first insight and more detailed information for those who are members. There are hundreds of videos on this channel already, so please go and try and get as many of them as you can. Go back and follow my research and see where I was 15, 20 years ago with what I was saying. I think my channel is now 18 years old. So go see what I was talking about 18 years ago and what videos I was posting. And you'll see the slow evolution and the accumulation of knowledge and information and making discoveries. And that's really what this is all about, making discoveries when you least expect it. And that's really what happened in my life and my journey and brought me to this little town to explore these ancient ruins and these vanished civilizations. So let's come back to the Torus stones. First of all, I thought about this the other day when I was thinking about these Torus stones. Just can you imagine when man first discovered fire? When primitive man, ancient caveman first discovered fire? Whatever the circumstances were for them to discover fire, whether it was lightning that struck a bush and caught fire or whatever, or if they were introduced to it by some advanced species, they were given fire, who knows? We don't really know. We're speculating, aren't we? But just imagine when primitive man or human first discovered fire. That was a life-changing event in the trajectory of human events. And I want to use the word evolution very carefully, in the evolution of our consciousness and evolution of our abilities. I believe that the discovery of these Torus stones is an equally huge aha moment, realizing that a simple stone that looks like a donut, flattened onto the top and bottom side, round with a hole in it, a lovely hourglass-shaped hole through the center of the stone. The fact that these stones are energy-generating devices. Let that sink in. It is such a simple thing. And yet, every Torus stone that you photograph with a a heat-sensitive camera or thermal imaging camera. I always confuse those words and I forget the terminology. So if you see me stumble in some videos, that's just because my brain doesn't plug into that terminology. Heat-sensitive and thermo-reactive cameras. See, I've already screwed it up. So basically cameras that pick up heat and thermal energy. Thermal energy, that's really the buzzword here in the things that they photograph. Whether it's your human body, whether it's an animal, whether it's a plant or grass or soil or the sky or clouds or anything. And the Torus stones gave us very, very precise and consistent thermal imaging showing us that that energy is sucked in from the one side and pushed out to the other side. Now, way before we discovered that, in 2008, I started to collect these Torus stones. By 2010, I had a visit from my friend Klaus Donner from Austria. At that stage, he was making waves around the world. Klaus and I became good friends. He visited me in South Africa. He came and did a presentation and a lecture in actually 2011, that was. And he came to do a lecture at my conference in Johannesburg. And we got to know each other well. And then Klaus came back and we started to do some research looking and tracing ancient gold mines and looking for deposits of gold that we were detecting with some very special technology. And during that process, Klaus Donner brought with him a friend of his, Peter, who is a master dowser from Austria as well. And Peter brought some very sophisticated dowsing rods. Now, when you talk about dowsing, most people think about, people with a branch, a split branch from a willow tree, or dowsers with their little metal rods, their copper rods that look like little L-shaped rods that they dowse with, and people that use pendulums for dowsing and all kinds of technologies and tools that people use to dowse. In other words, get a yes or a no and find things. We all are aware of our grandfathers or someone or farmers are very good at this often, dowsing for water. Just keep this in mind. If it wasn't for the ability to dowse for water and find water with this technique, many pioneers and ancient civilizations would have probably died not having water. And they were able to, for a long time, dowse for water. It's a bizarre, weird thing. I cannot dowse. I'll be the first to admit I'm not a good dowser. My wife, Emma Jane, is an absolute spectacular master dowser. My good friend, Dean Laprini, is my shaman friend, Dean Laprini, with whom I've done many sacred sites tours. He is a master dowser. He actually taught Emma Jane how to dowse and how to go about it. And she just, obviously, she has that ability. It's in her DNA. And she just became a master dowser very quickly. In fact, she got so good, she'd be able to find people's things, their possessions. I'll never forget at the Ubuntu Festival in 2018 in Nelspruit, South Africa, she dowsed a lady's car keys that she lost. The lady came to us after the event. She said, I lost my car keys. I'm beside myself. I don't know what to do. And Emma Jane said, I'll dowse it for you. Let me find them for you. She grabbed her dowsing rods. And this woman, you can just imagine, this woman has never heard, obviously, she's probably never heard of dowsing, or she thinks it's some hippie, hey, wow, weird kind of thing. And she said, she sort of rolled her eyes and said, oh, okay. It wasn't her car keys, it was her sunglasses. So she lost her sunglasses, her expensive sunglasses. So Emma Jane said, okay, let me dowse this for you. And she grabbed her dowsing rods and she does her little, setup and her little tests and so forth. And then she started to dowse. And she said to her, describe your sunglasses to me. So she described them. So Emma Jane is dowsing it. And is it in your car? No. Is it somewhere out the stage? No. Is it here or is it over there? Is it near me? And suddenly the dowsing rod said yes. So with dowsing, you have to ask yes or no questions. That's the one thing that I've learned, obviously. You can't say, what's the name of, the guy that I met last night? It's not going to tell you. It's a yes or no question. So it tells you yes or no. So you can ask, are the sunglasses near me? And the answer is yes. Are they over there? No. Are they over there? No. Are they? And literally I'm not kidding you, within 1 minute, Emma Jane found this lady's sunglasses, which were at the coffee kiosk, the little caravan that was selling coffee, literally 10 meters away from us. She turned around and the dowsing rods pointed, yes, the sunglasses are over there. So Emma Jane said, your sunglasses are over there. So she took the lady to the coffee kiosk. She asked the guy behind the counter, did somebody leave their sunglasses here? And the guy went, yeah, here. And he picked up the glasses and gave it to Emma Jane. This woman nearly fell on her back. It was one of the most brilliant moments that I've ever experienced with the amazing art of dowsing. So when I'm talking about dowsing, please understand, this is an ancient tradition and an ancient knowledge and an ancient ability by some people. Not everyone can do it. Like me, I can't do it. However, I have managed to do it once, and it scared the shit out of me. I got such a fright when those two dowsing rods, L-shaped copper rods, moved in my hands and crossed. I was actually dowsing a Torus stone, believe it or not, since we're talking about Torus stones. Down the road here in Waterval Onder, we were waiting for the bus to arrive. We were next to the highway, next to the road, waiting for the bus to arrive, and we are testing dowsing some Torus stones. And that was the first and only time that the dowsing rods worked for me. And it scared me because it felt like something outside of me, something supernatural, something that I was not in control of. And because I'm such a control freak, it scared the shit out of me. And I think since then, I've never been able to dowse.